Theresa, if someone is thinking about, do I need a coach? I'm not sure if I need a coach. What are some of the questions we should be asking ourselves to even get to some clarity around that?
Sure. What I see a lot is where somebody gets into a funk, if you will, where they've thought through, I mean, brilliant people, you know, they've thought through it all on their own, and they just kind of wind up in the same place. And I think when you get to that point where you're saying, I've done some work, I'm trying to fix this, and it's just not going anywhere. You know, a good coach, a good relationship, you know, I shouldn't say a good coach, it's the good relationship that that you put together. This person sees you, and a lot of us don't get seen. And that partnership can help you even just mirror back the stuff you're telling us. We say, okay, so what you just told me is I'm going to summarize this, right? And it's like, well, when you say it that way, it sounds stupid. Yep. And it's like, well, you know, it's not that you know, it's like you can see yourself suddenly. You can say, that's a silly, why do I believe that? You know, that sort of thing. So, you know, I think it's willing to be a partner with someone. A coach is not, you know, I don't see coaching as I'm going to teach you how to do X, Y, or Z. I'm your teacher, or I'm your mentor either. Like, I've done this, so I'm going to tell you how I did it, and then you can do it. It's more of a, I look at it as almost like how Sherpas, you know, and climbing Everest, you've got someone who's done it before, you know, but it's your journey, it's your climb, and there's just somebody here holding the oxygen if you need some help on the way up. And I really think a good coach is, and relationship feels that way to people. So the coach isn't doing it for you, and so it's can I have this relationship? Can I be honest with myself and with this person who's my coach? And am I willing to do the work? Sometimes I think people hire a coach thinking, you know, magic wand, she'll fix me. Yeah. She'll just, I'm not going to do anything, but we'll talk for, you know. So if you're thinking about, like, if you're at a point in your career or in your life, again, almost everyone comes to me because of their career, and it's never just that. Right. It's never ever just that, which is great. It's fine. Come to me for your career, but we'll find out what your life is. Your one life. It's holistic. So, you know, it's deciding that you could use the help and that you'd be willing to open yourself up to that experience, and that maybe you'd be willing to even face the fear of actually succeeding, because that's also a weird thing. Sometimes people are surprised, what if I get the thing that I want? Like, that's a scary thing, because then what do I do?
We've
you know,
all thought that.
Right?
No one's immune to that.
Right? Yeah. So I think it's really like an adventure. It's not somebody fixing you. It's not that you're broken. It has nothing to do with that. It's really more, can I have this partner who's totally objective? And that's where our spouses, our parents, our siblings, you know, you tell them your plans to quit your job and to go to, you know, Thailand, and they'll be the first ones probably to be like, are you kidding me right now? Like, that's not going to happen. Well, you can tell a coach that, and maybe you figure it out on your own, and this, you're not going to be judged about, you know, what's going on. So
I think the visual of having a guide, but it's your life, it's your plan, your adventure, I think is helpful. So thank you for sharing that.
If I could add one thing
Sure.
to the Everest analogy, because I love that. And I would say, in addition to the oxygen, to me, I view it as, you know, celebrating the small wins. A lot of times people don't realize where there's been progress made. And so a coach is going to see that perspective and take pause and say, look at the progress you've made. You've gone from, you know, this elevation to that elevation, or you've really made some progress. And that, even just hearing that, fuels the next step. Yeah. And it really provides that motivation and encouragement that you might not otherwise get or realize. And, you know, it seems like common sense, but it's oftentimes not something that we do for ourselves. And so a coach is going to see that and propel you to do more.
Right. We all need encouragement.